Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Things heating up in the month of February. There's no place like Homewood. We know that. But there's also no place like the Carrier Dome. Saturday, Albany at Syracuse. It's one of the pivotal games in the month of February. I'll be down at Duke, Koskinen Stadium, Friday night, 5 o'clock ESPNU. And you got to tweet me your watch parties. This is a great game between Denver and Duke, 5 o'clock on the U. You think about two dominant programs in the last decade. Duke's only won 3 national titles. I mean, you go back to 2010, 2013, and 14. They made the Final Four every year between 2010 and 14. This senior class, though, hasn't been there, and that's a big deal for the Duke Blue Devils. Meanwhile, Denver, Bill Tierney, we know what he did at Princeton, out of the Big East. They won the championship in 2015. They have made championship weekend an amazing 5 out of the last 7 years. These are two dominant programs defined by their head coaches. What I love about covering the sport of lacrosse is you get to deal with people like Bill Tierney and John Danowski. And while their sideline demeanor on game day may be very different, their core, their backgrounds, the way they develop young men, the way they bring their lacrosse teams along, their emphasis on fundamentals, their emphasis on discipline is very similar. And it dates back to when both were high school coaches on Long Island. They were also high school teachers. So they started their profession in the classroom. Coach Tierney on Long Island, Great Neck School District in Levittown, RIT, he was an assistant at Johns Hopkins before taking over at Princeton, where he won 6 national titles. John Danowski, East Meadow School District, ended up working under Tony Seaman at CW Post before being named the head coach at Hofstra. And what he's done at Duke, he took a tough situation, I mean, as tough as it gets in all sports, and took this Duke Blue Devil program from a point of real turmoil into a championship program.